Evening all, welcome to some more fittings. Right, I've been asked for this one. It's kind of a no-brainer, but I'll show it anyway. It's the heavy HMG suit. We'll do the forge again probably another time. I think this is really just to show you certainly what I'm now running as a not a main suit. I just enjoy running this when I have Logi support. Now I have the Templar stuff, and the Templar heavy suit isn't that bad, but I'll show you after this one, and maybe the better one to go for if you don't mind the money of the suit. And that's it really. It's just plates, damage mod, gun. Simple, I know, but that's all you need. What really you're trying to do, and this is based upon having Logi support, is you want to build as big a buffer as you can. So you want to go with plates, the best plates you can run with. I can't use complex yet, so I'm just using enhanced. Grenades is a funny one. I would say probably use M1s or locust grenades. I wouldn't use AVs unless you're in the open, so I think maybe have two fits in that case. And then here I'm using the MH82, which is a pretty good gun. I like that one. I use the boundless. I've got the Republic boundless, which I use when I've got loyalty points. And I wouldn't say I noticed a great deal of difference, but it may just be that I've not used it enough. So I would say maybe have a look at that. I think the other option here is that you don't use necessarily a blueprint suit. You use one of the standard, the normal suits, if that makes sense. So in this case, we're going to have a look at maybe the A-1 or A/1 series, just because it gives you another medium slot. So you see we've got two mids and two lows there. So you can run exactly the same fit as I've just shown you. But I guess you can just put another damage mod on and you'll do a little bit more damage. So it's entirely up to you how you want to fit these things. You could even run not damage mods, but you could run maybe a shield tank as well. I know, armor and shield tank, what madness am I talking about? But again, it really is just about providing a buffer of hit points. So just consider that as the option here. I wouldn't do that. I would just run the fit I'm showing you here, which is just a good HMG. An advanced one is fine. That's all you need, because you will die a lot with this fit. If you can afford boundless, go for it. Otherwise, I would say go with the damage mods, the plates. Your secondary gun should be something that you can rely on, so don't go with a flaylock. Even a scrambler pistol is risking it. I would say go with something like an SMG, which is a good solid spray and win kind of gun. Because when you run out of ammo and you're being rushed, you need to switch to something that will save you. So to me, that's not a bad fit there. And I'm just going to throw some M1s on that. And to me, that's a pretty good, solid, heavy suit fit right there. You can use your grenades for when you're in buildings. You can use your HMG as your primary gun. And really, you've got quite a good fit there. So let me show you this suit in operation now. Now, again, I think I have Logi support here. I think I have two Logi supports here. So a lot of what I'm doing here is not necessarily immediately killing the enemy. It's actually soaking up some damage so we get some war points to then orbital, and then the whole cycle begins anew. So don't hate me too much for that. But as you can see, the kind of spray nature of this gun is pretty good. Now, let me share a revelation with you. This is something that in 1.7 I have had a nightmare using mouse and keyboard. A serious nightmare. So much so I stopped using it. I actually went to the controller because aim assist was very good. Things like the scrambler rifle were just ridiculously broken. So you could use the charged up shot from the scrambler rifle with an aim assist component and pretty much one-shot kill most things, or at least two-shot kill most things. So you've got to be a little bit aware of that, because that was a big deal back then. Now the mouse and keyboard, I would say, is actually quite good. In fact, it's probably what most people are using, because the thing of the month at the moment that seems to be the powerful quote thing is strafe shuffling, which is just using your A and D key on your keyboard and moving left and right so fast that the aim assist on a controller opponent can't even track you. I'm serious. This is happening. This is happening, bro. And it's actually quite powerful. So I think, certainly if you're not using mouse and keyboard, have a think about it. Certain guns also work really nicely with the mouse and keyboard. The rail rifle, particularly, is very good with the mouse and keyboard. I don't know why, but the Devol, the AR isn't. It still seems to be terrible with the mouse and keyboard. So, but also, I'm proud to report, the HMG is very good with mouse and keyboard. It is probably because you're aiming, many millions of times a second, if that makes sense. Your hand-eye brain link is moving very, very quickly, microseconds almost. And what's happening, I think, with guns where you've got a lot of shots leaving the gun is that you're generally going to hit more. So this is why I think certainly the HMG works really well with mouse and keyboard, because you can turn quickly, you can kind of just aim at the middle of the character and just get a lot of fire on that person, which I think is really the key point there. As you can see there, look, I'm not, aim assist, I don't have aim assist, but I'm able to really track and log and almost basically follow that target with the reticule quite easily. So I think, yeah, when it comes to the heavy machine gun and the heavy suit, they're pretty good. I think, I really would stress, go and watch Bam Havoc's channel for really good use of them. I'm very much an amateur here. I've always enjoyed the heavy suit, but I'm in no way really skilled up to even do armor suits either, so I only have like advanced level stuff. But hopefully you're seeing the point of this is that if you do have a Logi team, even if it's just 1 or even 2, you're going to get them an awful lot of war points just by being an aggressive kind of move forward. But make sure you do have your Logi support able to keep up with you and follow you, and you'll kind of get quite a lot of points. You'll get a huge amount of points. For you'll get the kills, and for your team will get masses of war points for Guardian and Triage and Rep and etc. So I think certainly the only downside to this, if you like, is that the Logis don't get kills. But when you look at what they're able to do, they're repping me there, and look at that, it was beautiful. It really is cool because they're able to keep me alive. Now the thing is, my problem is I keep moving away from them, so as you can see, I'm sort of getting away from our reps. But just stood in the middle, I'm able to take a massive amount of damage. Every kill and damage that I put out is earning the team points. It's getting us nearer to the orbitals that we get. We're getting 5 or so orbitals a match now when we use this tactic, so hopefully that shows you how good a thing this is. The only thing it can't tank very well is railgun tanks, which caused me a bit of trouble, as you're about to see, because railguns, lol, do huge amounts of damage. And basically, goodbye. I think that was a railgun, I don't know, it could have been, yeah, particle cannon, there we go. So there we go, hope you enjoyed that. Heavy suits, certainly worth a go. You don't need a lot of ISK, you don't need a lot of skill points. I think you can actually get them into them very soon, and I would recommend them highly. Hope you enjoyed that, see you next time.